welcome to Arcade Couch, the best place to chill with your friends and get your gaming goodness each and every Monday. My name's John Blind. Join me on the couch this week. Ashley Hobley.
Hey, John. Excited to be here to do some predicting.
Love to do predicting.
Awards will be awarded.
Good, you've already won.
But not all
10. Whoa!
Shade!
I'll see you, Cherie Henriques.
League of Legends esports stuff. It's just League of Legends.
You know this. So if this year you're going to go all in on predicting League of Legends is winning everything, which you never do, even though every year they win everything, I'm going to laugh when this year they don't. So
you know what?
It's going to be hilarious.
Because I think like the last 3 years, every time we do the awards, and then I picked everything League, and then you like maybe 1 and 2 out or something like that. Every time we do like the follow up episode, you're like, next year, that's it. This bullshit. We just got to predict everything League, and then 12 months later. Or Dota, like
I generally forget. I generally forget. I try and hope. I get my own bias in. Yeah.
See, that's your fault.
Yeah.
Before we jump into it, so this week we're just gonna go through Game Award predictions 2022. I'm just gonna run. We're gonna do 5 reveal trailers, whatever, that sort of stuff each predictions. We're gonna do 3. Predict which awards won't be on the show, which should be the easiest predictions, because I feel like for some of us who don't do too well in these predictions, myself and Kieran, at least should be an easy win for us, a few easy points.
That's not true.
Yeah,
Dylan, you do pretty well sometimes.
Yeah, but, I do better than Kieran, but that's not
the
hard.
Game Awards. Yeah,
but, yeah. Then I just want to grab. I'm not going to run down the full. It's not part of the actual predictions, but afterwards, I just want to grab everyone's general. Just run down, do a quick like the main categories as well. I know you talked about the awards last week, obviously, but first, just quick
broad strokes. You should go listen to that entire episode.
No. Yeah. You can skip the Pokemon part like I did. The Black Friday today, we're recording Black Friday. Buy anything, Ash? I feel like I ask you this every year.
No, I didn't buy anything.
Yeah, I feel like that's your answer every fucking year. You're just so boring. Like, come on, just buy. Like, even if you'd come on here this year and you're like, I brought a mug, I'd be like, fucking get out there, Ash. You know, like, thank God this year.
All day, so I haven't had time to look.
I've been at work all day.
Yeah, what'd you buy?
2 air tags and a soundbar.
Was that at your place of work?
No, they're all online. But okay. But the soundbar was used with like an employee discount on top of like a Black Friday deal. So like it got a super cheap. Super cheap soundbar.
So nothing Pokemon related, like no booster boxes, no.
I had a look, but there was like nothing. Plus, I've got like some I haven't even opened yet. I've had so when I got back from holidays last week, like the day, I got my Silver Tempest Pokemon, like the latest set that came out last week, booster box and ETB sitting here, and I haven't had a chance to open those because just been busy. So, and I just wait until I can stream a card opening. So I just got time to do that. So I've got cards. I don't really need to buy more. I'm good. If I saw a really, really good deal, too good to pass up, sure. But I didn't see anything that's really that crazy. Plus, I have my Christmas. Everyone should follow me. I don't know if I'm going to post them on TikTok. I don't know if I'm going to post them on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr. I don't know where I post shit anywhere these days because what the fuck is social media? But I'm going to do, I've got fuck it, Hive. Yeah, post on Hive. That's it. Follow me on at Viva La Deal. I'm sure there's like not a million versions of my username unlike some of her accounts, but I'm going to do, I've got a Christmas, I showed you like on the thing. I've got that Christmas advent calendar starting in December. So I was just going to record like, my opening of that every day and just post that
every
somewhere.
day.
I feel like that's fun little Christmas content I can do somewhere. But yeah, maybe TikTok and then Twitter or Hive and
Instagram, probably.
Instagram. I don't understand social media anymore. So I've got that. Yeah, so that's cool. And the air tags, they were $29 compared to the retailer $69. I spotted on Amazon.
What are you going to use them for?
Wallet and bag when I travel is the plan.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my plan. Yeah.
Suitcase, yeah.
Yeah, suitcase and wallet is my things I was thinking. Yeah. Or even like my bag. I guess I could use that one just on my general like bag when I'm out and about until I need it on my suitcase. Like maybe that'd just be a good use. Something like that, yeah. But I'd never pay $69, but I was like 29. I can do 29. 29 seems like acceptable. How about you, Kieran? Buy anything on the Black Fridays?
I'm wrestling with myself and I've still got a couple hours to continue wrestling with myself. Because realistically, I really shouldn't because of, as I mentioned last week, dental work and tires and wheels.
If you stop driving,
pre-buy some tires. Like, have you checked Black Friday sales on tires?
That's a good point. What if you can pre-buy them?
That'd be good.
That's a good idea, actually. That's a good idea. If you stop driving the potholes, you don't have to spend money on the wheels and stuff. You know what I mean?
You know what? I've been pretty good at it. I'm very
glad to
much
hear.
more. Yeah.
Been a couple
Wait
Finally
until
getting
next
to the
week
point.
where I'm like, guys, I did it again.
I took all 4 out at the same time. It's crazy.
I hope you know that
there was
I
this one
shit
pothole.
talking you consistently in the last week when I was off, even though you weren't around. Like I'd be walking down the street and I'd see like a tiny little like pothole like thing in the pavement of just like the street. Walk past it and be like, "Oh, thank God Kieran's not here. He would have died."
I'll do like a cool 360 like spin through one pothole, making sure I clip every tire on the way through it. And then you'll hear like all of a sudden, and you guys will hear this even in Tasmania and Queensland, you'll hear multi-kill.
Yeah.
And yeah, it'll
No, this surprises me. So, but what are you eyeing up? Like, what's the?
So we were talking about I did the thing where I bought a XLR mic.
Yeah.
And I need the
Need the
what are they
input
called again?
server
The receiver or
sort of
the
thing.
whatever for it still. I'm trying to be like, do I get it now or just wait till like Boxing Day sales? Or do I just go peruse keyboards, buy a new keyboard? Or are there any good prices on like either the Xbox Pro Controller Series 2, like the Elite Season Series 2, or the what is it, the PlayStation Edge? Is that
That's
one?
not out yet.
Is it
No,
not
that's
out
a
yet?
demo.
Okay,
No.
that's good to know. I did randomly at the start of this week be like, fuck, I wonder if there's any more of those God of War PlayStation controllers around. I wish I cared prior to the game.
You started very much like something that makes sense, buying the.
Yeah, to just random shit.
just
And that's
the
who
most-
I am that's who I am as an impulse buyer, is just like if you let me go into like as I said a while ago, as you let me go into like a JB Hi-Fi, I could pick up like 10 things and be like, hey, I could get this. Like the PlayStation 5 wireless like the chargers, or there is the, as my life continues to go into all Google products, there's like a little pedestal wireless charger for the Google phones and stuff. Like I could pick up all that shit and just but I probably won't. I'll probably do the smart thing and just not spend money and wait till a bit later once I've recouped some from
Fair.
life.
Life, yeah. Look, I understand as someone who got their, all 4 of the Wisdom teeth out in one go.
Yikes.
Not long ago, like was it last year, I think maybe. During COVID, anyway. There was this teeth are expensive. Cool. All right, let's get into the show. So let's just do a rundown on some of the big awards and just I don't need to know why. I just want to get general thoughts just to have them out there. Let's start from I want to do this one first just solely because it's a new one. What do you think wins this best adaptation thing? So the nominees are Arcane League of Legends, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, that's Cuphead Show, Sonic Hedgehog 2, Uncharted.
I felt like this was a category that was created because of Arcane largely, and so Arcane's just going to win it, and the other ones are just there as stocking fillers.
Yeah. I know people like
that's it.
Cyberpunk as well and whatever else, but surely
Cyberpunk's great.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk was awesome, but it doesn't reach the
Thing of Arcane,
acclaim that Arcane did.
Yeah, I agree. I assume that's why the category was created. Yeah? No, Ash?
I mean, Arcane really shouldn't be eligible, but
Why? Didn't it come out like at the end of last year?
Came out in November last year.
Yeah, I think it was after the cutoff, maybe, for even the game nominees last year.
Well, isn't it pretty much November as a whole is generally like, other than like the first week or so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
is
So.
generally
November 20th it
cut
finished, so.
Yeah. So I think it just slips in under the Game Awards. Like if it was a game and it came out November 20th, it wouldn't have been eligible last year, so I think it's fine.
Yep.
Yeah,
Arcane's going to win that for sure.
Other one that I always find interesting every year, what do you think wins best indie? Cult of the Lamb, Neon White, Sifu, Stray, Tunic. Do you think it's Cult of the Lamb? Or do you think it's Stray? Because Stray's the one that's not obviously the one that was Game of the Year nominated.
I think it has to be Stray, right?
We definitely ain't winning Game of the Year, so.
It ain't winning Game of the Year, but just because it is in Game of the Year, it kind of has to be Stray.
Ash,
You would think by that logic.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I would say Stray. I think it's interesting because obviously the Golden Joystick Awards happened in the last
like
week.
a couple days ago.
Cult of the Lamb took Best Indie Game,
Yeah.
but Stray took out PlayStation Game of the Year. So
It's crazy.
yeah,
Did they have
That
God of War
makes
nominated?
0 sense.
Was God of
Well, this
War
makes zero
eligible?
sense.
I was going to say, was God of War
Yeah,
just...
I was about to say God of War wasn't eligible. Was it? No.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like
That's
that.
why
There's
Elden Ring
Horizon.
won.
Best performance: Ashley Birch for Aloy and Horizon Forbidden West, Charlotte McBurney for Amico and Plague Tale Requiem, Christopher Judge for Kratos, God of War Ragnarok, Manon Gage for Marissa and Immortality, and Sunny Soljic for Atreus and God of War Ragnarok. Who picks up the big performance award this year?
I think Christopher Judge picks it up, which
Yeah.
would make him the first 2-time winner, I think.
As far as I'm aware, yeah, that I can think of anyway. I don't think Troy Baker's won it twice. So.
Yeah, no, I think it definitely does. Yeah, I think he has such a centralized role in that, and it is such a cinematic experience that you kind of, a lot of other performances kind of pale in comparison to it.
The two,
sadly.
the other two that everyone loves are two from things none of us have played, which is
Actually,
Plague Tale Requiem and
Correction,
Immortality.
Christopher Judge didn't win for God of War.
I thought he did. Who won that year?
No, he lost to Roger Clark Arthur for Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, okay, fair. But yeah, that Marissa from Immortality and then Amiki, or whatever you say, from Plague Tale, they're two that people love highly. So they would be the only other ones that I feel like could give Christopher Judge any.
It'd be like what's her name from Hellblade winning? I think that was a bit of an upset.
Or the weird one last year where the tall vampire lady won.
That's true. That was a weird.
That was a weird one.
That was a very weird one. That was just a popularity contest, in which.
Well, I don't think it was because that's what they always like say. It's the user vote's such a small percentage of the overall vote, so it's just apparently
I just
everyone voted
don't
for her. So.
understand.
Neither
She's
do I,
such a
but-
small, tiny. It'd be. Oh, well, I guess no. Okay.
I mean, she's great.
So
but
impactful.
I didn't think it was.
I will say, so in 2015, Viva Seraphitt won for her story. So
There you go. So
Do
don't write off Immortality.
Do you guys think it is interesting? And does it reflect? And I think maybe this will come out as we talk more about the games in general. It reflects how middling, like Forbidden West, kind of was in the grand scheme of this year. Now, like
I think as the years gone on, more and more people have come around to that game being like, it was fun. It was just more Horizon.
yeah,
Like, that's fun.
yeah. I feel like it was. It's not fallen off is probably not the best word, but it's just not. To me, and almost looking back at it, it's almost a little bit bland. Like it just doesn't. I don't know, stand out at all against when you look at it, when you compare it even against God of War and stuff like that.
I think the thing with that game is like, so it's interesting. That's another game where obviously I complained more about it than some of the people who would, 10 out of 10, all this stuff. I never would have gave the first one 10. I like the second one more than the first one, but I feel like the second one just sort of fixed up a few small issues I had with the first one to the point that I was like, yeah, this is a pretty great game, but I still don't think it's amazing the same way people felt like the first one was amazing, because the same sort of issues I have remain with the story and the general pacing and this sort of stuff. It fixed up a bunch of gameplay problems I had, but yeah.
Yeah.
I would also argue it came out very early in the year, and didn't
So
have
in
the
Elden
legs
Ring?
I didn't have the legs that Elden Ring had.
Didn't it come out after Elden Ring though?
Yeah.
Like
It came out like March.
Yeah, like a month later. Oh, fucking whoopty.
No, of course, Elden Ring has blown all
Yeah.
expectations out of the water, but I don't think you can remember many other games from the start of the year.
But that's the
Seafood?
thing, is I should be able to
I do,
remember
anyway.
Horizon though, right? Like
No, did you play it?
Horizon Pardon?
Did you play it?
Yeah, I played it.
I can't remember.
Did you finish it?
I didn't get very far. Once again, probably not as far as I should have into it.
Oh, that's
but-
right. You went back and finished the first one finally, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. To play 10 minutes of the new one.
A couple hours more.
Okay.
Like,
did
it
you
was
get
up
past like the
until-
first wall?
Did you get past the
Yeah.
elevator?
Well, I got to the point. I got to like I got the home base, and I was like in the middle of
Right,
doing the
okay.
first section after getting the home base.
Okay, right. Yeah, okay. You still did give up.
And once again, I think I burnt out in that game doing side quests and stuff and
Yep.
fucking around and doing everything.
And we tell you a million times to just like ignore them and just play the game.
I installed The Witcher 3 today.
Why? When you know,
When you've got Horizon to finish.
have you finished God of War?
I'm not starting anything else until I finish God of War.
Fucking. How
I'm
far
like
do you reckon
30
you are?
hours in. I'm like 30 hours into God
That's
of
how long it took me to finish it. I was 31 hours when I finished it.
War. I do, yeah.
I did like a lot of the side quests too. What the fuck are you doing?
I'm up to.
Just get good.
What's the
Stop
last thing
dying.
I did? It's not dying. I'm just doing a lot. I'm just doing all the sides.
I'd say a lot of people complain about that game being too difficult and dying and stuff like that. I don't want to sound like elitist, but
my only one that's too difficult is my own is because of my own incompetence when I forget to go buy a new resurrection stone, and then I hate my life until I remember to go get it again. Because I'll do a boss fight, be like, "Fuck!" After this boss fight, getting a stone, instead of going to get a stone, I'll just move on to the next thing and be like, "Fuck!"
I've barely bought a resurrection stone.
I was about to say I used one once and it was in like the second
I
last boss
die.
fight.
It's like,
But I'm too aggressive though. I'm just not.
Yeah.
I'm
And
like,
then anytime
well.
I would die, like if I die in a normal
just start the boss fight again.
in a normal battle or something like that, yeah, I just let him die.
Well.
Just start again. Well, I can't be fucked wasting it. I'll just save it in case I need to be like if I died with one hit left in a boss, then I'll use it. That's what it's for. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
not for
what-
if I fuck up at the start. I just start again.
Nah. Nah. I'm. You know what? If I've got it, just fucking use
You're
it.
stockpiling it. That's what Kieran's doing.
Yeah.
Stockpile it. You can only buy one of them at a time, right?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't bought enough to know if whether I can stockpile
You can
them or
only
not.
buy one. Jesus.
Best score in music. So I'll just read the games: Plague Tale, Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War, Ragnarok, Metal Hellsinger, Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
I want to tip Metal Hellsinger as a smoky.
So there's two feathers.
Considering
I think so. It could be.
I
Just
think
because of the names involved. The
the
names they got able to
involved,
get.
how important the music is to that game. Like the music is the core of that game.
I don't
But
feel like
I think-
I don't think
I think-
it will be, but
I don't.
But I think
yeah.
it'll be God of War. But I'd like it if Metal
I think it'll be
Hellsinger won.
Elden Ring.
Nah.
I haven't played all of them, so it's hard to tell. But I know that everyone says the music in all those games.
No, I know
fantastic,
your
so
Elden Ring is still in the wrapping.
it is, and it will stay like that until I actually decide to play it for the sake of the meme to continue. So even though I quite often see it, and I'm like, I just want to unwrap it because it kind of just annoys me. Like,
You know what you should do? You should sign it and sell it for charity.
here's a copy of Elden Ring Dylan
be
to play.
Yeah, here's the.
You won't. I don't even think you'll make back the fucking
Probably not.
the
No.
retail price for it.
It's my life.
I don't know.
Best narrative: Immortality, Horizon Forbidden West, God of War, Ragnarok, Elden Ring, Plague Tale, Requiem. I feel like it's either God of War,
I think it's
Ragnarok, or
either-
Immortality, based on what
Yeah, I
people
think
You
it's
said it
Ragnarok
really
or
fast.
Immortality, yeah.
Can you say the category again? I missed the
Best
category.
narrative.
You said that on purpose fast again.
What? No,
right?
best
Best
narrative.
narrative.
narrative. I heard best sound something, and you like mumbled the
Narrative.
end of it, and I was
Narrative.
like, "The fuck."
Narrative. Am I saying it
Narrative.
wrong?
Oh, it's
narrative.
It's. Oh my god, it's God of War.
Okay. I feel like it's God of War and Immortality. Yeah.
I know. Like I said before, Her Story won. It's here
Yeah.
against some strong
Similar-
competition.
similar
What was
stuff,
it
yeah.
against?
I can't remember. Where did I see it? Her Story won against Life is Strange, Tales from the Borderlands, Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and Until Dawn.
Pretty stiff competition.
Yeah.
Pretty stiff competition. Well,
Yeah.
maybe not Until Dawn, but
And
pretty
also,
stiff
none of us
competition.
have played Immortality.
That's true. But I want to. So
You can play it for free on Netflix.
I'm considering it because I don't have to buy it, and maybe there's a high chance I'll play it on my phone than anywhere else. To be completely honest.
Well, I mean, I believe it's on that Game Pass service.
True, but I'm just thinking maybe I'll play it. There's a high chance I can play it on my iPad in bed or something like that. You know,
Yeah.
like that could be a good way to play it. Like not super small screen, but a decent sized screen.
Yeah, it's like point and click, right? So
Yeah, it's point and click. So I feel
I'd
like
be
it would
interested to
actually
see
work.
if it, yeah.
And then maybe that's I've been thinking about it because then I can actually see if I can get this how the thing works, the Netflix thing. I mean, you just log in and download the game, I assume. But. And then Game of Year. What are our final predictions for who's going to win? So you got Plague Tale, Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War, Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Are we all saying God of War, Ragnarok, or
My heart says God of War Ragnarok. My head says Elden Ring.
Yeah, my head says Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
I'm saying God of War, Ragnarok solely because we've sort of learnt time and time again because it's all like journalist voted or whatever. The majority of the people still don't play like those Souls type games.
Then how did Sekiro win?
That's 100%. And I also just
There
think
wasn't
I don't think
as much
Elden
competition.
Ring. I think Elden Ring is had more of an impact on the gaming community than God of War has. And I think that is taken into consideration when it comes to Game of the Year at the Video Game Awards. Fucking also at the same time, Game of the Year is just a sham because fucking it Takes Two won. So who even fucking cares?
I mean, it was Game of the Year, so.
Was it though?
It wasn't an explosion.
It won the award, so.
It's the only place that matters, so. All right, let's jump into our productions. So, as usual, we will go round robin. We're going to be predicting a trailer, someone coming out on stage and like saying some crazy things, whatever. Like, it's a prediction. It's not to do with someone winning an award. It's to do with the actual show. So, we have to do 5 predictions each. So, I hope you got a couple backups in case we double dip somewhere. But let's start with Kieran. I feel like I usually start that, so let's start with Kieran.
Yeah, I feel like I get some kind of handicap.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with one that's just a very me prediction, and that is an Overwatch 2 teaser trailer for the up-and-coming story trailer for Ramatra prior to or because of the start of Overwatch 2 Season 2's Battle Pass. It's this week we're getting a gameplay trailer for the character Ramatra. This will line up roughly around about the time Season 2 is starting, so to pull people back in, it'll be a good time to do a trailer. It's not a good time for like the entire cinematic because it's just going to take far too long and it won't fit into the show. So that's why I just think it'll be an Overwatch 2, potentially like a gameplay trailer overall with like a Season 2 kind of foot for it, but at the same time a teaser for the Overwatch cinematic style animated trailers for Ramatra, the new character.
Fair. I mean, Overwatch has won Game of the Year at the Game Awards before, so.
Has there been a Overwatch thing at the Game Awards previously? Do you remember?
Yeah, I think
the year after they won, they showed something. I remember. Don't know what it was.
Yeah, there was definitely a teaser there, and I think they've already done the more is this year. They've already done it at the Xbox shows. They've shown teasers for like the Junket Queen trailer was at an Xbox show, and Kiriko's announcement was an Xbox show. So,
but that's because Xbox thought they were buying Activision, but
they still are. You know, the feds are trying to get in the way, but they still are.
Are they?
Bobby Kotick's gonna remain in charge forever. Yay!
Oh, God.
Maybe that's the real scam.
Yeah.
Like, try and buy it so I can just stay in charge until it
forever.
maybe it does or maybe doesn't go through.
Yeah. Ash, what's your first prediction?
You going with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go last. It's fine.
Wow, look at this. No. Look at this fucker. Look at this fucker. Be like, you're going with me?
Yeah.
The fucking ace of
it's
predictions on these.
just 'cause
I think you're trying to make yourself.
You want me to go before you?
I think
it's up to you. Do you want to go first?
I think he's strutting.
Are you going to steal something you think I'm going to say? Is that why you're saying it?
I don't know. I'm just giving you the option.
No, fuck you. I'm going then. Trying to be nice. My first prediction is that I'm going to make a prediction that I said about 3 months ago and told my phone to put a reminder on my phone that said that I need to make the prediction at the Arcade Catch Show.
That's why I let you go first.
Yeah. Which is that Hideo Kojima is going to come out and reveal what all the bullshit over the past 3 to 4 months has been about with all these fucking posters at PAX and whatever the hell else and Ella Fanning and all this bullshit. What is this? He's going to reveal maybe not what that is entirely, like, you know, what it's called, but he's going to reveal it with some sort of teaser shit. There you go.
I was just trying to find what the 3 questions were. It was like,
who
is
what,
it?
Where, when, why, whatever.
It was like, who is it? Why? No. Who is it? Where is it?
It's when, I think.
How is it? No,
Is it?
yeah. And how is it about? Or something. It was like some weird random third one. Yeah, that is definitely the number 1 pick in this draft of predictions. And I can't believe Kieran oversight.
I should have gone with
completely
it.
fucked up.
I would have changed it a little bit and been
it's
more
like a sure thing.
Yeah,
it'll just be interesting to see how he does it. Like, it'd be cool if it like subliminal messages through the whole entire show, with like different posters, and then at the end or some point the actual trailer gets shown or something.
If it is like a Death Stranding sequel, like we've talked about it possibly being, I hope that it's not. Like, I hope that's just revealed from the outset in some way. Like, we don't have to spend the next year wondering if it is or isn't. Like, you can still have a weird teaser and still just straight up, like, say, hey, this is the sequel to Death Stranding. Maybe it's not called Death Stranding 2, but just, you know, it's set in the same universe. It's a follow-up to that sort of thing.
Yep.
Because that'll be cool. All right, Ash. Now, what is your first
All right.
prediction?
All right, you're welcome.
Yeah.
You know, because I would have felt bad stealing that prediction.
I can tell the way you were like, me? Because I'm going to fuck you right now.
Yeah, no, that's literally what it was. I was literally like, me? You really want me to go? Like,
you set this notification for
because he knows. I think I did it
every
on
week?
Flat, or something like that, like months ago. Like I said it, like, hey Siri,
I would
set
have
a
happily
reminder.
steal that
Like,
and then like rubbed in your face.
Yeah.
The Last of Us TV series gets a trailer. I'm guessing Pedro Pascal, Belle Ramsey going to come present an award, possibly for Game of the Year. Much in the way.
no, I think they present like best narrative or something.
I don't know.
Unless they
had freaking Keanu Reeves last year, and the year before they had old mate Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
So
what if they actually present that best adaptation thing?
maybe, but
Yeah.
it would make thematic sense. But also, I think there's also a good chance that they're just not going to present that during the show.
Yeah.
That's not going to be. They're not going to have people come up and accept that award. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like they probably wouldn't for everything, but like presuming that it is Arcane that's going to win. I feel like the people at Right would come up and talk about it. That's the only reason I'd say maybe.
Yeah, that's an interesting one because that's a big category that you could get big people into accept.
Yeah,
and it probably is a category that people are interested in seeing, but also there's also a chance nobody shows up.
Yeah.
So, I think they present an award. So,
Kieran,
I think that at the Game Awards they show a new trailer for The Last of Us.
Keep changing your prediction. Kieran, what's your second prediction?
Second one, all right, I'll go with another semi-obvious one or rumored one, is the announcement for the Elden Ring DLC. I think the Elden Ring has featured heavily already at the Video Game Awards in the past. I think FromSoft really likes the Video Game Awards. You know, I think, after the Sekiro Game of the Year, they maybe became best friends with Jeff Keighley, and I think, we'll definitely see a DLC trailer or some kind of expansion trailer for Elden Ring.
All right, I will follow up on Ashes, and I'll say The Last of Us Factions or whatever it's called gets an official trailer at the show to follow up from Jeff getting to tease that at the Gamescom thing. Yep. Following up on that, so I don't think they'll show much if they do, but just some sort of teaser of what the gameplay is going to be or whatever, and then the official reveal of the name or what what's actually called. Is it free to play? Like just the bare basics sort of thing would be good. I don't expect it to be out anytime soon. Maybe the end of next year, but yeah, you could show a trailer here. Ash, what's your next one?
We're going to get Spider-Man 2 trailer. Hopefully gameplay. That'd be cool. I'd imagine it's going to feature both Spider-Man, Venom, and possibly a teaser for Green Goblin.
Would the voice actor change?
Well, it's not going to be Harry. It's going to be Norman.
Right, sure, yeah.
Although it could be Harry as well, so who knows?
Could be both.
Both are good options. In my dumb minds, I'd love the idea of Venom coming out of the shadows and going, "Why so symbiote?"
Oh, that's fucking
because the guy from Candyman. Can you imagine that him saying that? That'd be great.
That's so horrible.
That's
like horrible. A Lego. That's like a Lego joke right there. Like that's not even.
Make my dreams come true or something.
Kieran, what's your third prediction?
Third one, Hellblade 2 trailer. Please, oh God, please, let there be something about Hellblade 2 at this show. Fucking...
The first next-gen game revealed. The last release.
Oh, shit. I think Hellblade's been radio silent for too long, considering it was originally used as like a launch.
It's been 12 months, right?
Yeah.
They had the long gameplay at the Game Awards last year.
Yeah. So I think we definitely need Hellblade 2 to show up. And to have a trailer out for Xbox fans to have hope a little bit more about future projects actually coming out.
All right, my third one, I'm going to go Breath of the Wild 2, whatever it's actually called, I can't remember, trailer.
Tears of the Kingdom.
There you go. Or was it Tears? Did we actually?
I thought it was Tears.
Yeah,
I thought it was
It's definitely Tears.
Okay.
I think it was Tears. Like no tears from like Johnson's shampoo.
Is there double entendre? You know what I mean? Maybe it's both. Heads and Shoulders, am I right?
What it turns out is that this Zelda game is set in the world of Paper Mario. That's why it's called Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh my, can we? No, I'm done. I'm done off the show. Last week doing Pokemon with me, and now this shit this week? He's out of here. He's gone. What? He's done.
I can't believe this changes something. You're like, oh, that's it. I'm leaving there. You're like,
this is the breaking point. This is the breaking point.
But yeah, I reckon we get
Mario joke. Fucking hell.
I reckon we get a full story trailer for Breath of the Wild 2. Obviously, with the release date.
Just a story trailer? You don't think it's going to be gameplay? Because I feel like we've had
No, you can have gameplay, but I feel like we haven't had a proper story trailer either. We've had like teaserish trailers, just mood trailers. I don't feel like we've had a...
Okay, fair
enough. Ash, what's your third one?
My next prediction, seeing as it's leading right up to the movie, we're going to get a trailer for Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. And it's going to reveal it's going to be holiday 2023.
You're funny.
What's funny about that?
Okay,
it was meant to come out this year.
Okay, man, came out. Did you? I think I have. Probably would have mentioned. Every time I think about that game, I just think about the terrible PS3 one there was.
You know what? Yeah, I remember that game.
Yeah, it was terrible. Bad. So, but sure, who knows? Maybe I'm on all aboard the Avatar hype after we watch the movie in a couple weeks. Yeah. All right, Kieran, what is your fourth prediction?
I reckon we get an Arcane Season 2 trailer.
Wow.
Like in this show. I think it is a great place for Netflix to reveal and to maybe not drop a release date, but maybe drop a release period or window for Arcane. But yeah, no, I think it's a great time for them to do it, especially if it does in fact win Best Adaptation, which was the category seemingly created for it, as we said.
That makes sense. That would be an excellent lead into. You'd be like, oh, Arcane wins Best Adaptation. By the way, in Arcane news, check out this.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go with...
Wait, did you ever watch Arcane, Kieran? I can't remember.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know, like you watched it all to the end. You didn't just like watch the first 3 episodes and then do too many side quests.
You're like, oh, I got stuck on side quests.
Yeah.
I'm so bad. I'm so bad with shows. I haven't finished House of the Dragon.
I'm glad you don't actually use track because it would just be looking at your profile and be like, Kieran's watched 2 out of 16
so
episodes, 1 out of 16.
You'd be so. You know what? Just a bit of this. You know, it could be between the cushions. I was watching a baseball anime recently, and I spoiled myself on like the game that they were currently in because I was wanting to figure out where this was going. I don't know why. I just looked it up quickly, and I didn't like the ending of this game that I haven't gone back and finished it off yet. I'm so bad. It's funny. Carry on.
Makes sense. You don't go watch it replay of a match that you know your team loses, right?
Oh, you don't. Exactly.
It's different.
I was like, are they going to Haikyuu Season 1 this all over again? They fucking did. And I was so mad. I was like, no, I can't go through this again. Not again.
Ash, what's your fourth one?
Well, are we up to a fourth one?
Yeah, I believe so.
Wow. We're going to get Final Fantasy 15 trailer. Yeah, we're going to see a few more members of the party, more playable characters, and we'll get a release date.
Dylan, you heard that right, so you can record that word for word of what Ash just said.
I think he recorded it, but that's fine. Yeah.
That's fine, as long as it's recorded. That's cool.
Put that in the back recording.
Yeah. No.
What?
Your dog didn't press the spacebar?
No. What's crazy about Final Fantasy 15 coming out this year? Or getting a trailer?
Because it's already out.
It's already out, my friend. So
okay.
You can play up to level 60 for free or some shit.
Boo! Well, that's 14.
Just think
15
sorry.
is the
car
15
one.
is the road trip with the boys.
Oh, 16. Fuck. Yeah.
Yes! Yes!
Yeah.
Got him! Yes!
I know there's still time. We could get a new trailer for 15. So.
All right.
If Final Fantasy 14 comes out with a trailer and it's the Final Fantasy 15 boys, they're like double points.
They've already been there and done that, so you don't.
Again.
Again.
Like, going back. Or Final Fantasy 15 too.
No one wants that. Absolutely no one. And
The
did
boys
DLC.
are in a boy
They did
band.
DLC.
The boys are in a boy
band's
band and they
back.
change clothes. They're like in a K-pop group. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that would make millions. Fuck.
And then just getting chased by...
Square Enix,
They
do
don't
it.
actually fight anybody. They're just running away from fangirls. Yeah.
Kieran, what's your final prediction?
My final prediction. I don't know if this is allowed because I guess this is semi piggybacks off of Ashley's one earlier, but there will be at least 2 Marvel trailers shown during the one of them being for Midnight Suns, and the other one being either Spider-Man 2 or a Logan trailer.
I'll allow it. The council says.
Excellent.
I reckon there's a good chance we get the Amy Henning name for that game.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
The Black Panther one or whatever?
The Black Panther, Captain America.
Whatever it is, yeah.
Whatever it's actually
I
called.
forgot about that
Yeah.
game. Fuck. Okay. Yeah.
They had that terrible reveal trailer that did like that.
Or that we could get the rumored
horrible.
teaser for the Iron Man game that we do or don't know is out.
No, I mean, I don't think it was ever confirmed, but we know it's a thing. All right. Do I go? No, I like go. Oh, what was my last one? What did I say? Did I even do my last one?
I don't know if you did. That's why maybe I was a bit
No.
surprised.
Did I skip my fourth
I think
one?
you did, right? Because we jumped from...
Why didn't you write these all down?
I'm just
No,
looking.
because he wants us to...
I'm just looking. I think I skipped my fourth one by accident.
I think you skipped your fourth.
Yeah.
Do you-
Yeah,
Looking-
I
looking
said
at
the
my
Final
list-
Fantasy thing joke, and then
Yeah, I think I got so put off that I was like,
no, because I'm after you. So
Yeah, I think it was up to me, and then we started talking about random shit, and then
Yeah.
I think I forgot to say one. I believe. Because looking at my list, I don't recall saying any of these. So, yeah. All right, so I'm just going to say my fourth and fifth one then.
That's fair.
So my fourth one's going to be some Fortnite Chapter 4 trailer.
Wait a minute. No, you did say that.
Did I?
Yeah, you
not
did.
this. No,
I don't recall saying this. Unless I'm having a complete fucking like
No, I
travel
was
in
just
time,
joking.
the battle fire.
just
like,
No.
we're
okay.
having some sort of
Yeah.
non-linear like
I was like,
event.
I'm
No,
way back
I'm
in
just...
time.
Yeah, I'm just... Sorry, I was looking forward in time. Sorry,
Okay,
carry
that's
on.
fair. Yeah, so some Fortnite Chapter 4 trailer that just announces like or teases the event. I don't know, the Rock's in it, some shit probably, I don't know. And then my fifth one, because I like going a bit wider, let's go with Uncharted 5 or what would be the fifth game teaser trailer.
No shot.
Why?
I don't think PlayStation drops that at the Video Game Awards. I think PlayStation
Teaser
drops
trailer?
that. I don't even think a teaser trailer. I think the first time we hear about an Uncharted game or the next in the series has to be like it's like a ghost drop on a PlayStation show.
They know that their state of play is terrible and no one watches them.
Well, maybe they need to do that and then be like, fuckers, you should watch our game State of Plays again. And then people start watching State of Plays again.
Who thinks there's zero chance of an Uncharted 5 being a thing anyway? Anyone? No?
I
don't think
it
zero.
exists.
Okay.
I don't think zero, but I don't think it's announced here or teased here.
Okay.
I just think this is the wrong location for it.
Okay. Ash, what's your final prediction?
Oh, that's difficult. I'm going to go with we're going to get an Avowed trailer and release date.
That seems
Do you
like
remember?
that seems like a worse prediction than my Uncharted 5 one. Which is a weird thing to say.
Why?
It just seems
That
less
seems like
likely.
a
It seems
terrible
less
one.
likely to happen than
Yeah.
Uncharted 5.
Why? They're the only studio at Xbox that don't actually make games.
No. No one makes games though. That's your first mistake.
They've had 2 full releases this year.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so they're going to put out a trailer now for another one?
Yeah. We haven't seen it in 3 years, so.
Doubt it.
Oh,
Hard
okay.
doubt. For the same reason I came for the Uncharted 5 one, to Avowed. Because if Avowed was to come out on, like, there would be the potential of people go, what the fuck is this? Who is this? Why is this good? Why is this important? I think if Xbox is, I don't know. I think Avowed suits better on an Xbox showcase again rather than
Xbox just needs to show they've got any games at all. So I mean,
that's
anywhere.
what I predicted Hellblade.
That game's never coming out. They're gonna be. That's one of those games where they're gonna keep polishing it and keep polishing it and keep polishing it, and it's never gonna come out. You know. Can I throw my craziest theory about what could potentially be a game?
Sure.
Yeah, but you don't get any points for it.
You don't get any points in that. Sure.
Yeah.
Bluey. We got a Bluey video game trailer.
At the Game Awards?
At the Game Awards. Yeah.
Why would they fuck Australia like that? They should announce it at the Arias.
Fuck you know.
I mean,
I'm also just putting that theory out there so somebody may.
I am surprised there isn't a Bluey game already, to be honest. And I assume it's because they've been a bit more controlling with the IP and not wanting like a rushed out shitty one. Because a lot of the other really popular kids shows have like shittier like tie-in games and stuff like that.
The Australian industry is so good. It doesn't need to be a AAA or a big platformer. It could just be a cool indie game. But
just get Massive Monster to make it.
Yeah. And then Bluey starts a cult and like raises.
Well, no, remember the type of games they made before that one. They made like cuter ones before.
Yeah,
like Adventure Pals and shit.
Yeah.
And Unicycle Draft.
Yeah.
Well, that's from one of the guys, but
just give us Keepy Uppy for like mobile. Right?
I watched that episode recently. It's crazy. You know what Keepy Uppy is, Kieran? Like the game?
Is
you ever played as a kid?
Keepy-ups with a football?
Yeah, but they do it with a balloon in this episode, and then like they're complaining at one stage that the game's
way too easy.
Yeah, they complain the game's too easy, and then the dad just pretends to accidentally like flip on fans and like all the shit to make it like ultra hard. It's pretty funny. Yeah, it's good shit. What a show! Blue's a good show. All right, time for what should be the easiest predictions because 75% of the Game Awards aren't actually shown on a show called the Game Awards. I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but throw it out anyway. All right. Ash.
Okay.
3 awards that will not be on stage or presented with like a proper, and by like proper host, I mean like if Jeff Keighley comes out and says
someone accepts.
Yeah, Jeff Keighley says, and the winner for the best blah 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 is cool. You know, like that doesn't count. It has to be an accepted thing.
Someone has to accept the award to count,
yes,
right?
Yes, that's what I'm
trying to say. Speech.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to try and pick the ones that are like most 100% certain. So most anticipated game.
Mm-hmm.
No one's going to pick that up.
Okay. Yeah.
Best esports game.
Mm-hmm.
And best esports coach.
Fuck you know.
Kieran?
I can see my love for esports is too strong. So I was like, no, that'll be on the show. They'll do something with that, right? I've got best VR AR game, best family game, and best mobile game.
All right. So
both very good choices.
Yeah.
I'll go with. Fuck, you took all the really easy ones. Like the really, really. All right. So then
you can double up though. Like,
I don't want to double up. We didn't double up in our other things. I don't want to double up in this. I'm going to go best adaptation. That one.
No shot. No, I think that's definitely.
Well, you think someone's accepting it?
No, I don't think someone's going to pick it up. Pick up the award.
No,
okay,
I don't know. No.
Yeah.
Best audio and design, or whatever it's called. Best audio design. And then best score and music.
I don't know about score and music.
I'll be happy to be wrong because I complain every year that someone isn't up there accepting that. It pisses me off.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You are.
I do complain about that every year. Yeah. Because that's what, like, one of the biggest awards. Like, to me, it's like that should be one of the awards that's treated.
You spend like 10 minutes, like using the music from these.
Yeah. Last year they had that
don't get
giant combined orchestra with all the nominated people playing together, doing like a big mix of all the nominated soundtracks, and then they don't give out the award on show. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's so dumb. So I'll be happy to be wrong, but based on previous experience, no. All right, so that's all our awards. Let's see who wins. Of course, the last winner for the last 16 years has been Ash, but let's see if me or Kieran can pull ahead for 1 year.
What do you think the chances are of the lights going out and 3 green dots showing up?
Not on this show.
I feel like this is the first year that one of us haven't predicted that. No, because none of us predicted it for E3
I've actually
or
tried
anything.
to win this year.
Yeah, okay.
I tried to win this year, not just go for Hail Marys.
You know, now that you've said that, when it comes down, you can't like use the excuse of, I could win if I was trying.
Yeah, I know. I've doubled down. I've doubled down.
You have doubled down. Just saying. Okay. All right, let's move into what we've been playing. I mean, we kind of already started about it, so I'm probably just going to talk about Pokemon for a hot minute. But Kieran's still playing God of War. Do you know how far you are, like, without spoilers? Can you try and explain story-wise where you are without spoilers so people have a rough idea? Like, is that possible?
It is the first area.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not the first area, but it is the big area that I was not expecting with, like, day-night stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I've just done the story bit before that, and then I just ran into there and started doing all the side quests and clearing all that stuff out.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I know where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ash, where are you? How much have you played?
I haven't played enough. Yeah, I'm at the same point as when I was on Plat. I just killed a giant lizard thing that's defending the roots of the world tree.
Ah, okay, yeah. That was a cool fight, but yes.
You're about to do a cool fight, Kieran. That's what you're about to do.
Am I really? I'm excited. I've loved this game's so much cool.
Yeah, I feel like you are. I think so. Should be soon. The fight I just did was very cool as well. There's a lot of cool fights in that. Because all the mini bosses are different. So the game consistently feels like every boss matters and is big and, you know, not like 4 trolls in different colors and
yeah.
Yeah. I've been playing Pokemon Scarlet.
Scarlet and Violet. Whoa, somebody who's actually played the game on the show? Whoa!
Yeah.
What a concept.
I know you talked about it last week and, you know, talked about all the stories about the glitches and all that sort of stuff. So my 2 cents on that is, the game's performance is absolutely hilarious. But the thing is, it's one of those things where everything else is so good. Like, it doesn't cover up for it, but definitely like makes it so you're not wanting to throw your Switch out the window.
I feel like there is a lot of forgiveness because it's Pokemon.
Like, if I was to review it, I would say like you should, like, it's the same. If I was reviewing this, I'd do it the same as I did for like Days Gone, where I gave Days Gone like a 6 or something like that. I always spoke very highly of the story, but complained about the gameplay a lot. That's sort of where I'm feeling with this. Like, I'm really enjoying the open world aspect and having something a little bit different for a Pokemon game. And then in general, obviously there's that Pokemon element that if you like Pokemon games, sure, you'll probably like this, and all those little elements, like, they're all coming together. I'm enjoying all that, doing a few raids here and there as I come across them. Like, I'm enjoying them more than raids and Sword and Shield. But yeah, it's the performance. It's just, I mean, I haven't had any crazy bugs, but it is just fucking, the frame rate's hilarious.
It sounds like a day one Bethesda game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, as long as it doesn't like eat my save file or something super crazy. Then
I don't think I've seen any reports of that.
No,
I've seen
people
crashes
like
and
falling
that kind of
through the world. And
I'm
stuff
sure it
like
helps that
and
there's
stuff.
like an auto save now, right?
there is.
It's not like manual saves.
There is auto save. Yeah,
I mean, if there was manual saves, I think a lot of these issues would be.
people would be super pissed.
There would be switches broken, but
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, overall, so the major thing is that it is an open world, and from the outset, you get that feeling. It's just, it feels a lot different, even compared to Arceus or Sword and Shield, where you had like obviously the wild area and stuff like that. It's just because even from when you start the game and you leave your house at the start, you just like, you're already in an open world sort of area. Like, from the outset, it just feels like this big world. You start the game, you click open the map, you're like, holy shit, this is a big. Like, it's a big location to explore. So that is like really cool. And having a Pokemon game where they're able to build the different biomes into one big open world, you know, like, so this part is obviously the, you know, the rocky area, and then you got the grass and some mountains and all that sort of stuff. And you do get that like level of choice too, which is cool. And they make it, the characters drum home how big of a deal it is. Like, I think Game Freak was really much like, man, this is game changing, which to a degree it is, because when you do the first part of the game and you like wander around, do a bit of catching training and sort of stuff like that. Then you head to the school and you have to do like a little bit of sitting in classrooms and stuff. But then the hilarious thing is you think this game's going to be like Fire Emblem or some shit, but then they're like, and go out to the world. And then as far as I can tell, you'll probably never need to come back to the school until the end of the game. At this stage, it's like, now it's just Pokemon. But the cool thing is, so during the whole school segment where you get to meet a bunch of characters and they basically tell you what they want. So your friendly rival is like telling you about gym leaders, and she's like, oh, eventually when I'll get to head out, you should go for the gym leader challenge and like beat the Elite Four or whatever. That'll be really cool. Let me mark the location of all those on your map. She does that, and then you do a few more like story sequences and stuff. And then this other dude's like, oh, I want all these like really cool cooking ingredients to make this super cool sandwich or whatever.
Oh, cooking is back in this one.
Yes, cooking sandwiches this time, not curry.
Thank
God. But so he's like, I want all these things, but I hear they're guarded by strong Pokemon. Let me mark the locations of that on your map.
Strong Pokemon guarding sandwiches.
Yeah. No, ingredients.
Sounds pretty good.
Ingredients. He needs ingredients. It's very, look.
He's blocking my eggs.
You're making fun of it, but I'm pretty sure nearly any game RPG that comes out of Japan has a character who wants ingredients for something that's guarded by like a really high level boss.
Dude, it was all about Monster Hunter World had that.
Exactly.
I think it was a cat, if I remember rightly.
It's always like a thing in JRPGs
chef
and stuff, like where there's like characters that just want food items, and they seem to be guarded by like the hardest bosses in the game usually. And then the third thing is you have someone like hack into your Rotom. I don't know who they are yet. Oh no, there's two more things, but someone hacks into your Rotom and they're like, man, we got to take down the team. I can't remember the name. Anyway, the Team Rocket equivalent or whatever. They're like really
Team Mystic, Team
that thing, whatever they are. They're really mean and terrible, and you should, like, here's locations of like their bases. You should go take down their bases. And then you finally meet the professor, and the professor's like, I need you to help train up that Pokemon that's like taking a liking to you from the cover of the games. Blah, 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 blah.
Team Star.
There you go, Team Star.
Which is the most basic bitch name for a team.
Well, apparently they're all students at the school, but they're just like, they never show up to class. You know, that's the...
Whoa, what rebels.
Yeah, they are rebels. So.
It's like the Breakfast Club, but evil.
Maybe.
You know, they like just want to make sure you don't forget about them.
True. But yeah, so when you finally get through all this stuff and you get the moment that you can leave school, I'm just going to pretend I ignore what Ash is doing. But when you finally get a chance that you can leave school, it is very much like, here's all these icons on your map. Which main objective do you want to head to first? Do you want to do a gym? Do you want to do one of these other Pokemon fights? Do you want to try and take down one of these areas? Like, it is cool to have a level of like actual choice to what you do. And then there's these icons on the map anyway, like raids and like Pokemon and, you know, like just sorts of things you can explore anyway. So yeah, it's like,
I did hear there is the classic RPG aesthetic of walk into new area, oh shit, that thing's way too strong, I shouldn't be here yet. Turn around and walk.
So if you try and go too far to the other side of the map or something like that, you'll be like, holy shit, why the fuck is that level 54? Like, you just but I prefer that to what most RPGs do now, which is the, you know, like the scaled leveling. I'd actually prefer areas.
Yeah, where you never feel strong because everything is the same.
I'd prefer it. So, and I mean, the wild area did that in Sword and Shield too, where when you first enter the wild area, the Pokemon around there are your level, and then the further you reach out in the wild area, they get a lot stronger. So if you try and push too far into the wild area in the game, you'll just get your ass smashed. So that's good. So yeah, I'm overall enjoying it, aside from the technical issues. Which,
have you had anything terrible?
No, it's just annoying things. Like the frame rate is terrible at times. I've been playing it handheld, which sort of helps with the visual bugs because it looks, I think, a little bit better playing it on the small screen rather than TV. But they're still just like absolutely abysmal. The problem is also, and I think this is the thing that annoys me the most, because because there's no grass and running into wild Pokemon anymore, because they're all like just out, and there's such bad pop in, like, and like loading distance and all that sort of stuff. It's just really annoying that you might as well just have the Pokemon fucking appear in the grass, because half the time they just, like, fucking
Surprise
10 fucking Zubats will spawn a meter in front of you by the time you're there. Like, you don't see them from down the hill, you know, like you should be able to spy them. Ideally, in a future world where this open world Pokemon game works correct, is you should be able to climb to the top of a mountain, pull out a fucking binoculars or something, and like look around and be like, oh, cool, there's a thing down there. I want to go chase down that Tauros or whatever. Like, that's I'd say the dream. That would be
it's like that old Pokemon Safari game that was
like something like that would be a lot cool. But I mean, there's lots of really cool small things.
I will say, Dylan, have you fought against what may be my favorite gym leader design?
I've only fought one gym leader so far.
You've only fought one gym leader?
Yeah, it was a bug gym leader.
I've seen pictures of the normal gym leader, and he looks amazing. He is exactly what a normal gym leader should, like a normal type gym leader should be.
No,
he looks hilarious. I can't wait for you. He's great.
The bug gym leader was a chef, so... Also, I was bouncing around. Like, I was like, I'll do a gym leader, I'll do one of these Titan Pokemon, and then I just spent like also half an hour, 45 minutes last night just roaming around, just because, just like, there's lots of stuff to pick up on the ground, and I'm just like, oh, haven't caught that. Let me get, you know, like...
Which
star did you go with?
Yeah, which star did you go with, and which version of the game are you playing?
So Scarlet.
You said Scarlet.
Scarlet, sorry.
So I went with Scarlet, even though I wanted the purple monster, but I ended up going with Scarlet because it has Tyranitar as an exclusive to it, and I just want to be able to get a Tyranitar eventually. And then I like the other exclusive mythical Pokemon thing that's in it as well, which I don't know the name of because I don't know if they ever revealed it, but in that little book trailer that I talked about here that he's probably zoned out on like a couple weeks back, that one exciting to me. It's like based on Dolphin or whatever.
It's interesting.
Yeah, there's like that, and then there's the other
there's one in each. So I mean,
there's one in each, but I'm saying like this one has the Dolphin based one, which is I like that idea more than whatever the one was.
I think one is metal and one is mech or something. I can't remember. One, they're weird.
And then I can't remember Koraidon. I think it's the one I think that's the one I've got.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's the other thing. I don't know if you've heard, but like, yeah, you do get that Pokemon from the start. You can't battle with it, but you become friends with it at the start of the game. That's the...
it was like a Pikachu situation.
Kind of.
I remember seeing people riding on it on streams. I'm like, how the fuck early do you get this thing?
Literally before you even get to school. So on your way to school, you bump into this. It's being bullied by a bunch of Pokemon, like it's been attacked and stuff. It's really weak. You come in and save it, and then it helps save you from you get charged on by like about 50 Growlithe. I'm not even exaggerating. Like all these Growlithe like run out nowhere, and I was like, what the fuck? Like I'm gonna die, and then it sort of saves you.
It's Growlithe. Like I'd understand if it was like a Tauros or something. Stampedes, but
a bunch of shitty.
Yeah, it's a bunch of shitty Pokemon. And then...
like a bunch of Grimers, yeah.
The professor, it ends up hanging around with you. Or actually, no, you run into some other dude who's like, oh, so you found my Pokemon. It's fucking piece of shit. Here, have my Pokeball that's for it or whatever. So then you get the Pokeball. So then it just hangs around. You can't battle with it or anything, but you can ride it.
So it's a pacifist Pokemon.
Yeah, like it appears on your team, but you just can't click on the stats or anything. Like you can just see it there. I mean, I'm assuming eventually you'll be able to battle with it. It's just a learning thing. Because the other thing is, the professor... when you talk to him, eventually says...
Do you have the guy professor or the girl professor?
The guy professor.
He is handsome.
He's a handsome young old man, whatever he is.
They're both very handsome.
They are both handsome, but, he is, yep.
He says, like, it's been weakened a lot. It needs to just a lot of time to rest and stuff like that to get its full powers and capabilities back. So I presume as the game progresses, it'll be like you've unlocked it now has the ability to go in water. It now has the ability to fly. Like all these. Eventually, you can battle with it. That's what I presume. Though.
Is it treated like it's a legendary Pokemon or it's a special Pokemon? Like
it's treated like it is treated like a mythical Pokemon.
People are like, what the fuck? We've never seen this Pokemon before.
Yeah. No, but the professor, he's like, I know about it. Like, you found it. Like he talks about like the singular Koraidon. Like you've run into it, sort of thing.
So, is there a mystery around this douchebag who gave you the Pokemon for free? Like,
oh no, there is for me because I'm wondering what the story is with him. I assume you'll come back.
Okay. I didn't know if that was the actual thing.
Sounds like it's a missed opportunity, really, to have the antagonist team trying to steal your Pokemon this entire game. If it's such a rare Pokemon,
no one wants it apparently.
No.
which is
It's like,
weird.
nah, we like these other 99 Pokemon.
Once
999
again-
Pokemon.
I'm waiting for it to get when it gets all its power back, and then it's really cool and can fight and everything like that. Then old mate will run back and be like, "Can I have my Pokemon back?" And I'll be like, "Attack!"
Nah.
But yeah, the couple of small things, but they've been covered in trailers, but it's kind of cool. The ability that you can just have a bunch of wild Pokemon around you, and you can just do the auto battle thing. So you just throw down your Pokemon, auto battle them all. It's cool. Makes like quick leveling up, like XP, easy. Like throwing Pokemon to initiate the battle. Obviously, that's sort of from Arceus. A little bit different. You can't throw the Pokeballs to capture. You still have to initiate the battle. So, but you can get like if you sneak up to a Pokemon, so you can like crouch down, still sneak up. And if you throw your Pokemon to initiate the battle, you sort of you'll be able to attack first, sort of thing. Like you get that surprise element, which is cool. I can't think of anything else. I think that's the main, at least so far.
Well, you never answered the question.
What was the question? Oh, Quaxley.
What was your starter Pokemon?
Quaxley.
Oh, we already knew this. We knew that. Yeah.
Which
Does that mean we would-
I've
if we-
just
if the
evolved,
three
but I
of
can't remember
us-
saying.
That's cool.
What?
That's cool. If the
Here's
three
my
of us-
question. I think
Yes.
a massive improvement they should make in this game is like have an announcer announce what each of the Pokemon names actually is. You know what I mean? So we know how to fucking pronounce it.
or, by and large of that, voice acting for the entire game.
Well, that's the dream eventually, yeah. Because there's a lot of cutscenes in this, or like Pokemon-ish cutscenes. It's just weird that there's so many and there's just no voice acting. But where we all learn how to pronounce a Pokemon is when the anime starts coming out based on this, and Ash, or whoever is pronouncing the Pokemon, that's where we learn what they're called. Or the Pokedex. It's a blah, 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 blah. You're like, that's how you say that. That's how we learn. I say Ash or whoever because I don't know if he's going to be in the anime after
We
just
don't know
winning
if
the
he's coming
fucking.
back, yeah.
Like, he's just going to retire now. I don't know.
Do we know? What happened in the next episode?
No, that was it. That was the season finale, I think.
That was the season
I
finale.
believe so, yeah. Yeah, season finale. And that was the end of the...
No epilogue?
No, that was the end of the Sword and Shield arc, because the animes have...
Because the new arc will start for Scarlet and Violet.
yeah, next year
So,
the Scarlet and Violet
so-
round of the anime will start.
It opens up and it's like a reset. He's like, no!
Well, that's the thing.
Someone
Like every time...
Deleted my save.
Every time a new anime starts, they treat it like it's... Like suddenly Ash loses all his Pokemon and you know what I mean? Like he goes back to basic and stuff like that, but...
Yeah.
It's weird. Are they just going to pretend he never won the world championship or whatever now? Like,
No,
is that-
I think he just becomes... I don't know. I just think they evolve his character a little bit, which, character development, that's pretty cool.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. For anyone on here who's like, man, I love watching Pokemon, but I went back and tried to watch that old series stuff. It's just like very repetitive. 100%. I can't watch the old stuff anymore either. Having Jessica James show up every episode is so tedious, especially when you're trying to binge watch it. If you watch the Pokemon Sword and Shield anime, it's good shit. It's actually good shit. Just saying. Okay. If anyone wants to try it out, it's actually really, really good. Yes?
So what do you think the issue is? Is it Game Freak being too ambitious with this one? Is it the hardware holding them back? Or is it them just being incompetent?
Or is it them rushing to get to Christmas sales?
80% what Kieran said, 20% the Switch should still be stronger. So the fact that there is a bunch of other games that already run a lot better and that we know run better and look better. So the key examples being Breath of the Wild from launch of Switch and then Xenoblade Chronicles 3 from this year. Even Arceus runs better. Not quite as big, but still, it's got like open world-ish biomes or whatever. The examples, all those run better. It is because this got rushed out. However, I will still say, even if this came out, the frame rate was better. Some of these other, like it was technically just at least sound, like solid, like not as buggy. I would still be like, I think we need this, like we still need a bit better hardware. Like I would feel like we'd still be having that conversation. But the majority of the problems rely from them obviously not having enough development time. And they will fix the game. I fully expect them to fix it. They'll patch it and this will be fine like next month, the month after, whatever. But then it's a thing of like, well, we shouldn't be playing the unfinished version for 2 to 3 months. We should have the finished version.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it should just
People's
be
first experience with the game should not be a
Yeah.
mess.
Should it be fixed by Christmas?
I mean, hopefully. I feel like a lot of the issues, because I've seen some reports of people pointing out that there's like even small things, people are saying like there's RAM leakage and all these like really specific things that can be fixed very easily once people like find out that's an issue, which people have found out. That stuff should be able to be patched easily. And if it is fixed by Christmas, cool, because that means any kids getting the game at Christmas are going to have a much better time. But still, that's a month with people like me playing
pretty hard.
Yeah.
It's a pretty short timeline.
Yeah.
What do you think, like, how poorly this came out? Do you reckon that drastically affects how the next Pokemon games release schedule's like? Or are they going to look at the sales and go, yeah, we just need to keep releasing Pokemon games?
The thing is, I just don't think Nintendo gives a fuck. And maybe not Nintendo, but the Pokemon company is by large.
I think Nintendo cares. I don't think maybe Game Freak cares. I think Nintendo does care about... They've always had that, like, back in the day, they had that Nintendo seal of whatever, like Nintendo approval or whatever. They always wanted their games to be, like, very high quality out the gate and that sort of stuff. So I think
I can't think of a game on the Switch, like, of this having this many issues.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, most of the time you think Nintendo games, you think, oh, if I buy it this 2 years from now, and even if I don't have the patch, at least it'll be really good still because it's going to be good out the gate. That's not the case with this game. It's going to be good once it's patched, which is weird to say. That's very common to say for all these other companies we're talking about, like Bethesda's and whatever else. It's very common to say this Bethesda game, just expect to be patched. I don't expect a game published by, first-party game published by Nintendo to have to require a bunch of patches to be good. I expect a Mario, like imagine playing a Mario and being like, man, this needs a patch or two. You'll be like, what the fuck? In what world would you expect a Mario game? Like Mario just runs out the gate. Like a Zelda and Mario out the gate, you just expect them to be the fucking thing. But I'm like, why isn't Pokemon treated with the same? And the difference is because it's Game Freak and it's not, and the Pokemon company in collab with Nintendo, whereas those other two are just Nintendo. Like that's there's that little bit of difference there that I think is the game changer. But I mean, yeah, so saying that Pokemon did sell, what was it, 10 million copies, 10.1 million copies, I think was the thing in 3 days. Is the highest selling, quickest Switch game for that period. Quickest selling Pokemon game too. So,
yep.
I don't think it. Yeah, it shows that people were really excited about a new take on Pokemon. And from what I can tell, most people, at least on my Twitter, are similar to me in that, like, man, this sort of runs like shit, but I'm having fun anyway. Like, because that's where I am. I'm like, it sort of runs like shit, but I'm having
fun in spite of the technical issues.
And not even a like, I've paid money, so I'm just going to try and make myself feel better. I'm just like, it's annoying, but like I'm laying in bed and I'm going around catching, like I'm just enjoying it. Like it's just like it's joyful for me as someone who enjoys Pokemon. If you tried to get into this as someone who's like, if you're like, man, I'm playing Pokemon for 10 years, let me try this. If you would play this, you're like, man, this is ass, like totally. Like, or if this was your first Pokemon game, what a bad experience. But if you're already sort of like in there, then you already get that joy out of the world and the universe and stuff, so you can overlook some elements. Well, not overlook, just they don't annoy you as much. So it's not like I'm not aware of the issues. Anyway, that's Pokemon. I will. So,
do you have a favorite Pokemon yet? Or
I was enjoying Quaxley, and then it evolved. Now it's got really long legs, and I find it weird to look at now. So,
so you're only in the second evolution.
I'm only at the second evolution, mate. I haven't got to. It evolves at like level 32 or something, probably. I don't know what the fuck. Okay, calm down.
How many hours have you put in?
5 or 6, I think.
Okay,
like. It's been a big week. Black Friday, retail sales, and all this. I've had a big week at work. And there's a bunch of other stuff to do, obviously. But
last question.
Yeah.
Kieran, are you going to make a bet with Dylan about whether you can get a living dex in this one? Or?
Look, if I was to, I would ask more questions.
I don't know the answer to them is the problem. So will I be trying to do a living dex? Presumably, yes. I'm going to say yes. Do I know how many Pokemon in the game? No, I don't. I actually don't know. That's the thing. I haven't looked into it. I know there's 100 odd new Pokemon. I think that's it. Like 100 and something, I think.
100 and something.
100 and something new. I don't know what the total national deck size is, though. So I don't know if it's bigger or smaller than... Or probably I assume it's around the same size as Sword Shield, which would mean it's like probably 400 and something. If I was to guess. Do you know the answer, Ash? Is that the...
Well, that's what I read last week.
Okay, yeah. So I assume, yeah. So 400 and something would make sense to me. That's probably makes sense. And then I assume they'll do the same with the last Pokemon game, which is they'll probably put out 2 expansions and add an extra couple hundred for each of those or whatever else and build upon it that way. Which would be really interesting because, just quickly before I wrap out, those TLCs for Sword and Shield were so much better and built upon the ideas that were introduced in the base game. Like the wild area in the DLC expansions was so much better. So it really makes me wonder what they'll do with a expansion to this. Like once they've had a chance to expand upon it and stuff. So, all right. Anyway, that's Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I will probably not do a weekly update, but I'll keep you on my journey with that one as we go along. Quick update. I do want to quickly mention. Just quickly, because I'm still playing it, obviously. Really cool update coming to Marvel Snap soon for anyone who's still playing that. You'll be able to get the cards you want easily, which is really cool. So you don't have to do the system where you're just opening boosters randomly and
you like open it. Fuck more.
Yeah, more random shit. Boosters things I want. So they're taking out the boosters once you're over level 500, and then they'll now be placed with credits, which you can use to purchase the card that you want. The price of the cards varies on the tier pool it comes out of. The cards will rotate between every 8 hours. However, you can pin a card. If you see a card you want in the rotation, you can pin it so it doesn't rotate out, and you can save up your credits to get it. So I feel like that's a good, that's been like one of the biggest complaints about the game. So I was really happy to see a system that I think makes sense and fits in with the game. So that's really cool.
Have they confirmed when PvP is coming?
No, but they did talk about it in the last blog post, and they said that's like we've got a lot of exciting features coming, like PvP and stuff like that. So yeah.
I'm sure they probably imagine that obviously they had the US or like the full proper launch in the last month. So influx of new players kind of try to deal with that. Yeah. Marvel Snap's still great.
Still play it every day. Cool. That'll do it for this week's episode.
It's crazy how they keep adding new arenas. That's the other thing.
You mean the actual the things. The
thing?
Yeah. What did I say?
Just the vibranium thing?
Yeah, I was about to say the vibranium, yeah. There's like get shuffled into your deck. Instead of rocks, you get vibranium. And they're 1/4s that can't be destroyed. Is that what it is? I think. Yeah. It was something like that.
It was just 1/4s.
Yeah.
Possibly.
They can't be destroyed. That's the thing. I remember that because I was playing a destroying deck.
That's actually
You can't destroy them. Whereas the other ones are rocks, which is 0 power, and you can destroy them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could like eat them or whatever.
You can eat them to power up a Carnage or whatever, but I had Carnage in hand and I drew a fucking Titanium and I was like, this is useless. But all right, I'll do it for this week's episode of Arcade Couch. Thank you for joining us. Of course, find out who and where, when, why, how, all those sorts of things by watching the Game Awards and then listening to us talk about them. The following week, of course, the Game Awards is happening on December 6th. Do I have that right without looking at it? I think it's the 6th. No, that's wrong. It's the 9th.
8th.
9th?
Which I guess will be the 9th for us.
It's the 9th. It's a Friday. So it's the first Friday. So
December 8th in America, 9th here.
It's on about 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time.
Maybe you should put an article up about what time.
I will. It'll be up maybe by the time this is up, or it depends. I do have it on my list of things I want to write. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Follow our Twitter, explosionnetwork.com/Twitter, explosionnetwork.com/Discord takes you to our Discord channel. And if you like this episode, or you like the website in general, you can support us by heading over to explosionnetwork.com/support to donate as little as $1 and help out the show. See you here, same time, same couch next week. Goodbye.